We're talking about the left directional, which is plastic. We're going to say it's clean, clear, not cracked, and also the amber color. If we're talking about the wires or any seatbelt, we'll say not cut or free. That's basically the whole truck. Metal, plastic, rubber, and glass. The whole truck. You find your words for that, you can knock the pre-trip off. First thing we're going to do, we come to the front. We say the truck's not leaning to the left and right. Suspension of tire issues. So it's secure, everything's in order. You go to the top, start, come on down. Your clearance light up top, clean, clear, not cracked, operational, amber color. Your marker light on the sides, clean, clear, not cracked, amber color, also operational. Your ID lights, 3 in the middle, indicate that the truck is 80 inches or wider, clean, clear, not cracked, also operational. Come down to your windshield. You're talking about glass again, same 3 C's. Clean, clear, not cracked, has a valid sticker. Then you come to your hood. Your hood is not damaged, it's probably secure, and that's good. You come down to your grill. My grill has nothing obstructing the view. Our free flow of air is secure. Come to your mirror brackets, grab them. My mirror brackets are secure. Say again, your mirror is clean, clear, not cracked. Your bumper, we're talking about metal. 2 words, not bent or broken, also no illegal welds. You have a license plate. My license plate is secure and valid sticker. You come over to your left directional, we're talking about plastic again. What do we say? 3 C's, clean, clear, not cracked. Also operational, amber color. Our front lights, plastic, clean, clear, not cracked, also operational. Pop the hood. First thing we want to do, we'll come to the left side. Passenger side. Whenever you want to start up top, you want to start with your liquids. Okay, we're starting with our liquids first. We only got 3 liquids over here. You got your coolant reservoir, you got your wash fluid, and your oil. 3 simple liquids. So first thing we're going to say something about our coolant. My coolant reservoir is at proper level. Also, if it's liquid, it's not leaking, and it's properly mounted and secure. Say the same thing. My wash fluid. It's at proper level, it's not leaking, and it's also secure. My oil dipstick, cap, and fill, not bent. We're talking about metal, not bent or broken. Also, the cap is secure. I would take it off and show you that it's at proper level. Anything that has liquid, you're gonna say proper level. Right from there, you're gonna go right to your alternator. So you say your 3 liquids, you go to your alternator. My alternator, you're saying is metal, not bent or broken, properly mounted, secure. You have a ground wire in back, not cut or frayed. Then you go straight to your belt from there. My belt cannot have more than 3/4 of play. We're talking about a belt, not cut or frayed. Anything wires, a belt, not cut or frayed. Okay, now you go right under there, you got a water pump. Even though you can't see it, you know it's under there. My water pump, we're gonna say not bent or broken, not leaking. Then you go right from there, my water pump hoses, don't have no abrasion, bulges, or cuts. Rubber. Also have the clamps and not leaking. Then if you want, you can throw in your radiator, because your water pump, the hose goes right to the radiator. Radiator not bent or broken, and also secure and not leaking. Now you're basically done. But you come into, I call this third base. The reason I call it third base, because we're talking about our frame. When you get to your frame is, you're gonna have it here, on the other side, and all the way down the truck. So you figure your frame, after your frame, you go in your frame, suspension, brakes, and then you come into your wheel. You're going. So think about if you get to your frame, it's like my third base. I'm gonna explain it to you right now. My frame, we talking about metal, not bent, not broken, no illegal welds. Now we're gonna go right to my suspension. My spring hangers or spring mounts, whatever you want to call them, front to back. They are properly mounted and secure. The bolts are there. Right from there, I'm gonna go, because I said my bolts, I'm gonna go right from there to my U-bolts. My U-bolts are not bent, not broken, they are secure. Next thing I'm gonna do, my leaf springs. I'm gonna say my leaf springs are not misaligned. If they have more than 1/4 of damage, the vehicle will be put out of service. Last thing on the suspension, I'm gonna say my shocks. Again, metal. My shocks are not bent, broken, they are not leaking. I'm done with that. Now I'm gonna come to the brakes. When you stay in order, you're gonna be fine. The thing about it, like I said, frame, suspension, brakes, wheel, and then you're going. if you do the same order, the trooper not running around trying to find out which one to check off and all that. He's gonna like that. And then anyway, when you're above it, you know your few items, and then when you get to your frame, you're gonna feel safe because you know that position. Okay, now right from the suspension, we go to the brake. We got our brake hose. What is it? It's rubber. No abrasion, bulges, or cuts, not leaking. You go to your brake chamber. What is it? It's metal. My brake chamber is not bent, not broken, not leaking. Then right from there, you go to your slack adjuster. When my slack adjuster is pulled, it cannot have more than 1 inch of play. If you want to say when pulled towards me, do not say pulled up, you will fail. Pulled towards me, you're just pulling it out. Right from there, you go to your brake drum. My brake drum, we saying metal, not bent, not broken. Also, no oil or debris in there. Then from there, you go to your brake liner. My brake liner doesn't have more than 1/4 thickness. I mean, minimum 1/4 thickness, and also no oil or debris. Now, since we coming from our brake liner, we're gonna stay in there and we're gonna go for my inner and outer rim. My inner and outer rim, we talking about metal, not bent, not broken, no illegal welds. Right from there, you came out here, you're gonna say my lug nuts. My lug nuts are all present, they're all tight, no signs of rust, silver streaks indicate looseness. Right from there, you go to your hub oil seal. My hub oil seal is not leaking, not cracked, and it's at proper level. Then I go right from here to my metal valve stem cap. You said metal, not bent or broken, not leaking. Then right from there, okay, you're gonna go no abrasion, bulges, or cuts on the inner and outer. Then we go to the top. The top 4/32 tread depth cannot be a recap. You're gonna stay right here, no uneven wear. Then you have the mallet in your hand. You say appears to be properly inflated. The thing you want to do, you want to try to figure out what you're gonna say last. Most of these items, when you're in sections, when I was in my suspension, I only got 4 items in there. The 4 items you're gonna say is your spring mounts. You're gonna say your U-bolts. You're gonna say your leaf springs and your shocks. So I know the last thing I'm gonna say out of that is my shock. When I come to my brakes, the last thing I said out of my brakes is, I said minimum 1/4 thickness brake liner. So I know that's my last thing I'm saying. When I come to my tire, I know the last thing I'm saying, I have a mallet in my hand. So the last thing I'm gonna say is my mallet. Try to remember the first thing, the last thing you're gonna say. So if you come to the last, you know, okay, I only got one more thing to say. So when I came to my tire, I know I have 4 things to say. So the most important thing they wanna know is, yo, this tire in the front has to be 4/32 minimum tread depth. So you might wanna say that first. Okay, 4/32 minimum tread depth cannot be a recap. That's important. You know, no uneven wear, no abrasion, bulges, or cuts. My last thing I'm gonna say with the mallet appears to be properly inflated. We're gonna go to the other side. Okay, let's come to this side. On that side, we also forgot to say hoses, no abrasion, bulges, or cuts, clamped on both sides, not leaking, and the wire is not cut or frayed. So you're gonna say the same thing over here. But usually when you come to this side, the trooper, he's not gonna want to hear, he's gonna say, yo, what's different? Don't tell me the same thing. So basically, you're gonna say to yourself, okay, when I come here, I basically have my power steering fluid and all my steering system. That's your main bulk over here. You miss this, you hit. Outside of that, you got a governor and compressor and governor. Same things together. So first thing you want to do if he says, okay, tell me what's different on this side. You want to come over here, I'm going to say my power steering fluid. It's liquid. Anything liquid is not leaking. I'll show you, I'll take it off, show you it's at proper level. You're done. I go straight to my governor and compressor. I'll say, yo, it's properly mounted and secure, and also it has hoses. You don't want that to leak. So I'm gonna say the hoses have no abrasion, bulges, and cuts, and it's not leaking. It's properly secure. Now right from there, I'm gonna go to my steering system. My steering system, I'm gonna say all that together. I'm gonna say my steering shaft cannot have excessive play. My U-joint is properly greased. My steering box is metal, not bent, broken, not leaking. My pitman arm is not bent or broken. My drag link not bent or broken. My steering arm upper and lower is not bent or broken. My tie rod is not bent or broken. I have 3 castle nuts and 3 Carter pins. Everything is secure. You're basically done. If you want to throw in and get fancy, you can say on this side, also my belts are not cut or frayed, and that's basically it. You want to say your hoses don't have any breaks or bulges or cuts, and my wire is not cut or frayed. Then you're just gonna tell him, yo, I'm gonna shut the hood. You're basically done. He's not gonna make you say the frame down. Only way he's gonna make you say the frame down again if you miss something on that side. So again, if you're saying the frame down, what do you go after your frame? You go your frame, your suspension, your brakes, your wheel. Once you stay in that order, the trooper's not running around. You're coming straight out and you're good. So just remember, on that side, frame down. I'm on 3rd base. If you go under there, after your 5th wheel, what are you at? You're at your frame, then you go what? Your suspension, your brakes, your wheel. If you go to the back, it's called tandem, but in your mind, it's the frame. After your tandem, what is it? Suspension, brakes, wheel, and then you're done. So that's your money. Once you know your frame down, you know your vehicle. You just got to remember what's above it. When I come on the driver's side, the main thing over here, you cannot forget that governor compressor. You cannot forget your steering system. That's the only thing on the driving side. Okay? We'll shut it. Because I basically said all my hoses have no breaking bulges to cut. I didn't say that. You know? Okay. Normally you're gonna have you got your left directional. Again, we're talking about plastic. My left directional is clean, clear, not cracked, operational amber color. You're gonna grab a mirror bracket, you're gonna grab your grab handle, and you stand on your steers. All 3 at one time. I just say, yo, all these are secure and properly mounted. Right when you come down, my steps have no oil or debris. Usually you're going to have a DOT sticker. You're going to say, my DOT information is on the door. I'm going to have an IFTA sticker. My IFTA sticker is on the door. You say my information stickers. Also in the inside of the door, my grab handle is properly working. You're done with that. Next thing you want to do when you go to your fuel tank, anything with liquid, you want to mention that it doesn't have any leaks. So if you say my fuel tank, you can use the word CDL. You're trying to get your CDL, not cracked, not dented, not leaky. CDL for your fuel tank. Not cracked, not dent, not leaky. Also properly mounted secure. My metal straps, not bent, not broken. My rubber straps under it, no abrasion, bulges, or cuts. Simple. The same words you're using for the whole truck. Now you go to your fuel cap. My fuel cap has a chain. Also it's properly secure and tight. And the gasket under it is rubber. What did he say? No abrasion, bulges, or cuts. Okay? You want to come to the back. You want to say a few things about your back window. My back window is clean, clear, not cracked. The back of the tractor has no holes or intrusions in it. My drive handles, holders are properly secure. I would show you that my work light is properly working. He's not going to make you do it, but he wants to hear you say it. Then from there, you want to say something about your airlines. You want to say they're not tangled, they're not hanging. Also, if you want to get fancy, you can mention that, okay, my electrical line can be black or it can be green. My emergency line can be red. My service line is blue. Then you want to go to your battery box. The battery box is properly mounted secure. I will take it off and show you that the ground wires are secure, the negative and positive. Also, no battery buildup or no, whatever you call that, corrosion. Yeah, thank you. Then from there, you want to mention your drive shaft. If you can't reach it, just say something like, my drive shaft is not bent. Also, my U-joints are properly greased, but I will check it when I get to the other side. Also, my exhaust, it looks like it's secure from here. And I also will check that from the other side. This way, if you forget something, when you get on that side, at least, you know, he know you mentioned it, but more than likely you won't forget it because you got to mention the 4 things on that side. After that, you want to say something about your catwalk. My catwalk has no oil or debris. Then you say your header board. My header board, you're going to say your proper height. Just say no holes or intrusions. Then you come back and say something about your clearance lights again on the side. My clearance light, we're talking about lights again, 3 C's, clean, clear, not cracked. Okay? Outside of that, I think you're good on this middle part. Then we're gonna come over here. You say something about the quarter panel. My quarter panel is probably secure and mounted. The main thing he wants to hear about this fifth wheel, first thing you want to try to stay in order. My fifth wheel, I'm gonna say my release arm is in the forward position. It's locked in the seated position. Say something about it's just in the forward locked position. Okay, right after that, you're gonna go to your apron and your fifth wheel. We have no space, and it appears to be properly greased. Come right down, my platform. My platform is properly secured to the frame, and what's holding that? My mounting bolts. My mounting bolts, the upper and lower, they are all secure and tight. Now you want to say something about something you don't see. If I had a sliding fifth wheel, because it's on the paper, I would just check that the pins are in the secure position. Also, if I had an extra lock, I would make sure that lock was latched. Now from there, I'm coming around because I want to finish the fifth wheel. I don't want to start nothing else to get that. So I'm going to come around, I'm going to come under. And right from there, I'm going to make sure that my locking jaws are tightly secure around the shank of the kingpin. Do not say the head of the kingpin. You want the middle part, the shank of the kingpin. Now, once I know that's secure, I'm basically done with my fifth wheel. Only thing I'm going to do is come down. I'm going to say my left directional. We're talking about plastic or reflectors and all that. So what do we say? The 3 C's. My left directional is clean, clear, not cracked. Also operational. My license plate is valid with a valid sticker, and say something about the light. Because if the light ain't working, how they gonna see the plate? So my light is working. You know? So now basically you came done with the fifth wheel, coming down, finish all your lights, you finish your license plate. Now if you want, you can say something while you under there. My cross members, they metal, not bent or broken. You already under there. Also, under my trailer, I see no holes. Now you come back over here and you come into your frame. Remember, what do we say about our frame? Our frame, we on our third base. You go frame, suspension, brakes, wheel. Simple and plain. The same thing you've been doing. So once you get to your frame, you should say, yo, I'm on third base. I'm bringing it home. You just got to remember what's above the frame. And then you're going to make this easier. So we're going to go back to our frame. My frame is not bent, broken, no illegal welds. Then you go over here. You got your spring bracket. My spring bracket is not bent, broken, and secure. On the paper, some people say this is a torsion leaf or torque leaf. On that paper, it says torque. You can say either or. He wants to hear something different. It's not a spring leaf because it's not a few, it's one bar. So I'm gonna just say when I went, I said my torque leaf is not bent or broken. Now right from there, you go to the same thing, my U-bolts. My U-bolts are not bent or broken. Then you go back to your shock. My shock is not bent, broken, also it's not leaking. Now you want it, only thing about this, you add on to what? Your airbag. My airbag mounts upper and lower, they are properly secure. We're talking about rubber again, so we say it doesn't have any abrasion, bulges, or cuts. Also, it appears to be properly inflated because you can't prove that it's properly inflated, so you say it appears to be properly inflated. So you're done with that. Then you go back to your brakes. Only thing about this brake system, you're gonna say the same thing. My brake hose is rubber, no abrasion, bulges, and cuts, not leaking. My brake chamber, metal, not bent, not broken, not leaking. Now on the slack adjuster on here, you can pull the slack adjuster when the brakes are released. But on your vehicle, when the brakes are released, what do you need to do? You need to chalk your wheels. So when you tell the trooper, okay, my slack adjuster is not bent, broken, nothing wrong with it, but also I can pull it on it. It doesn't need to have more than 1 inch of play when pulled on. But on this one, you need to say with my brakes released and my wheels chalked. He's gonna like that. You need to say that because anytime the brakes are released, your wheels need to be chalked. So we'll say that. Okay, my slack adjuster, you can't have more than 1 inch of play with the brakes released and the wheels chalked. He's gonna like that. He's gonna look real fancy for that. You know? So okay, after that on the brakes, we go back to the brake drum. My brake drum not bent, not broken, no oil or debris in there. My brake liner minimum 1/4 thickness, also no oil or debris. Now from there, we finish our brakes. We're gonna start. Some people like to group it. What I did when I went with my first rim. After my brakes, I go to my rim. So I'm going to the first wheel. I'll say my inner and outer rim doesn't have any is not bent, broken, no illegal welds. Right from there, I'll say my 3-inch space. My 3-inch space, there's no, it needs to be a 3-inch space and also no oil, no debris in between the tire. Then I go right to this rim. My inner and outer rim is not bent, broken, no illegal welds. Right from there, I go to my lug nuts. My lug nuts are all properly secured, no signs of rust, silver streaks, and they are all present. Then if you want, you can say your bolts, my nuts, my bolts, whatever, they're all tight. And my axle, you cannot check this, but you need to also say it's not leaking and it's secure. Now when you come here, you need to say you have 2 metal valve stem caps, because you have one in the front and one in the back. So I have 2 metal valve stem caps. They are not bent, broken, and also not leaking. Now you want to go back to the first wheel and say something about the tire. Okay, this tire right here, we're going to say the 4 things. No abrasion, bulges, or cuts. Also, 2 30-seconds tread depth, and it can be a recap. On the top, no uneven wear, and take the mallet, it appears to be properly inflated. Now when you come to this tire, you say the same thing, okay? No abrasion, bulges, or cuts. 2 30-seconds tread depth. Also can be a recap, no uneven wear. The mallet in your hand appears to be properly inflated. You're basically done with that. You come here, you got your mud flap, you got your DOT reflectors. Also, it needs to be 6 inches off the ground. Also, since we're talking about the DOT reflectors, if you ever forget something, don't be afraid to speak on it, because the people will let you speak on it. So we're going to say, also we have all our DOT stickers on the side of the trailer. We have no holes or intrusions in the trailer. So being that I remembered that the DOT stickers are here, I remember them there. The thing is, if you forget something, repeat it. When I was doing my test, I actually forgot smart on the brakes, because that black box is over it. And then when I got down there and I remembered it, the only thing he said to me, good catch. So you just want to remember it, okay? Now from there, you're going to go to your landing gear. Just make sure you say your landing gear is in full raised position. Also my sand pads on both ends are not broke or uneven. On my crank handle, I said it has a high and low. You don't have to say that, but just make sure you say it's in the lock and secure position. Then you go from there. Okay, we'll go down here. We didn't have that, but you want to start with your air hoses, your air lines. We're talking about rubber. What do we say? No abrasion, bulges, or cuts. Okay? Also not leaking. Then I want to go to my tandem release arm. We're going to say, anytime you got a release arm or something, you're going to say the same thing like you said for the 5th wheel release arm. It's in the lock and seated position. Then right from there, you go to your pins. All my pins, the holes are not stripped out, they're not broke, and all my pins are locked in a secure position. Here go your pins right here. They're locked in a secure position. Here go your holes. So you just say something about them. Then you coming back over here. I consider this the frame, but it's basically the tandem. So where do we come down from there? Same thing. You come to your suspension, your brakes, and your wheels. Same thing. So if you remember this, you remember everything. Only difference back here, you got 3 different things on your suspension. You got a bracket, which is right here. You got a control arm, and you got an eye bolt. Nobody should get the eye bolt. The eye bolt is looking right at you. Your bracket, if you want to consider it something like your spring mounts or something like that. But basically, this is the same suspension. You just add in my bracket, my eye bolt, my control arm, and then you go back to your U-bolts, your shock absorber, and your airbag. So basically, if you're saying your whole system as far as your suspension, you just added 3 things when you get to the back. Only thing, 3 things is different. We're going to say it again. My bracket, metal, not bent, not broken. My eye bolt, it's a bolt. No signs of rust indicate looseness, properly tight. My control arm is metal, not bent, not broken. My U-bolts, it's a bolt. It's properly tight, not bent, not broken. My shock absorber is metal, not bent, not broken, not leaking. And then you go back to my airbag. If you want to get fancy because you're at the end, say your bellow. My bellow, properly mounted, top and bottom, not leaking, no abrasion, bulges, or cuts. Appears to be properly inflated. Now you want to go right from there. Remember, from your suspension, where do you go? You go to your brakes. My brake hose. You talking about hoses again? No abrasion, bulges, or cuts. Not leaking. My brake chamber, not bent, not broken, not leaking. My slack adjuster cannot have more than 1 inch of plate, also with the brakes release and the wheels chopped. My brake drum, not bent, not broken, no oil or debris. My brake liner, minimum 1/4 thickness, also no oil or debris. Now we go right back to the same thing. We go to my wheel. From there, my first wheel, my inner and outer rim, not bent, not broken, no illegal welds. My next wheel, well, you gotta go in the middle. I forgot about the middle, we'll hit the middle. No 3-inch space, no oil or debris, or any other type of foreign objects in between. We'll go to my other rim. Inner and outer, not bent, not broken, no illegal welds. Lug nuts, all tight, all present, no signs of rust, silver streaks. Hub oil seal. All the other wheels have hub oil seals except the axle back there. So you can check this. You tell them it's at proper level. I'll check it if you want. Then you go from there. 2 metal valve stems caps, not bent, not broken, also not leaking. Go back to your tire. My inner and outer tire, no abrasion, bulges, or cuts. 2 30-second tread depth. Also, no uneven wear. Can be a recap. And hit it with the mallet. Appears to be properly inflated. More than likely, he's not going to make you do this because it's the same thing. If he does, you must have missed something on here. But if you go to the same thing, you're going to say my bracket not bent, not broken, my eye bolt properly tight and secure, my control arm not bent, not broken. Also, my U-bolts not bent, not broken, they are tight. Then you go right from there to my shock absorber, not bent, not broken, not leaking. My airbag, upper and lower mount, properly mounted and secure. No abrasion, bulges, or cuts, appear to be properly inflated. Then you're going to come to here, you're going to have the ABS light. You're going to say something about your ABS light. You're talking about plastic and ink, clean, clear, not crack. Also, your last light on the trailer, I didn't even know what to call. I just called it my last light. It's clean, clear, not crack, red color. Come around the back. First thing you want to say, like your front. My truck is not leaning due to suspension, tire problems, or anything. It's at evenly secure. I go up to the top, my clearance lights, clean, clear, not crack. Also operational, red color. My ID lights, 3 in the middle, indicate truck 80 inches or wider, clean, clear, not crack. Come to your cables. My cables are not cut, frayed. They're tight and secure. You want to say no intrusion or holes. Also, my door latch is secure, locked in the locked position. You can say something about my grab hand. My grab handles, my belt. My belt is like a seat belt, not cut or frayed, like wires, not cut or frayed. So my grab handles, they are all secure. You want to say something about your DOT bar. My DOT bar is properly secure, not bent. Also has a DOT sticker. Say something about your left directional. Clean, clear, not crack. Clean, clear, not crack. Also operational. My license plate has a valid sticker and the light is working. By then he's going to ask you, well, before you go to this side, you'll tell him, Trooper, I will strap down my seat belt on my service trailer brake if you want to indicate that my back lights are working. I will also put my right direction on. Or can you give me assistance and give me thumbs up? When you tell him that, more than likely he's going to tell you, okay, you're good. He knows you know that, you know, and check your back brake. Then he's going to ask you, what are the 4 things different on this side? You got 4 things. He's going to come over here. You're going to tell him if I had a spring system, I would have a stabilizer bar. I would make sure the stabilizer bar is metal, which this does, but the trailer you're taking is not going to have because you have a leaf spring system on here. So the stabilizer bar is right here, but you're going to let them know when you're on the other truck, you don't have that stabilizer bar, but if so, this would be it. And you just say, since it's metal, not bent, not broken. Then when you come down here, you're going to say something about your tire rack. You're going to say my tire rack has to be 30 seconds minimum tread depth. Also cannot be a recap, so it can go on all the rims and whatever. Basically, say you have a chain and a rack and everything is secure. Then you're going to say something about your city door. My city door is has all the hardware. You know, it also has a chain to make sure that the pin for the chain to hold it secure is all good, and you have a ladder that's secure. You're going to be happy about that. That's 3 things. The last thing you say, my exhaust system. My exhaust system, you come down here, you say I see no black soot, indicating there's leaks on the bottom or the top, and also it's properly mounted and secure. After that, he's just going to tell you, get in the truck and give me my in cab, and to set that off, we'll tell you the in cab you're gonna say your 5 safety items. You got 5 things. First thing you're gonna say, my fire extinguisher. You need to say it's fully charged. If it's not fully charged, how you gonna use it? Fully charged, properly mounted and secure. 5 BC, 10 BC if it was hazmat. That's one thing. The second thing, what do you have 2 things of? You have 2 chock blocks. Okay? So that's the second thing. What did you have 3 things of? I have 3 triangle reflectors. Okay? Then after that, I have a few extra fuses, a few extra light bulbs, and I have a seat belt that is not cut, frayed, and lock it in and show them that it's operational. After that, I have no debris on the floor. I have nothing hanging from the ceiling. Check your clutch. My clutch doesn't have excessive play. My shifter doesn't have excessive play. You cannot check that while it's on. If it has excessive play and the truck is on, the truck may move. Okay, now from there, you say, I'm gonna shut my truck on, I'm gonna check my gauges. When you shut your truck on, what's gonna happen? Your oil pressure is gonna go 40 to 60 in 3 to 5 seconds. Your temperature should not raise over more than 190. Then you go right down to your battery gauge. It's gonna be 12 to 14, it'll be proper. And then say something about your fuel. Because if you're talking about safety, my fuel line is working, I have gas in here. Then from there, you say my left directional, my right directional. You go your 4-way flashers. Also, you go your high beams. Then you check your windshield wiper fluids, high and low, hit the fluid. Then from there, you check your steering wheel. My steering wheel doesn't have more than 2 inches of play in a 20-inch wheel. Check your regular horn, your city horn, and your air horn. It should be on the steering wheel. Then from there, only thing you gotta check, you check your defrost. My defrost, put your hand up there, that's working, my blower's working. Then also, if you wanna be fancy, say my brakes are set. Then from there, say your windows. My windows, clean, clear, not crack, operational. My mirrors, clean, clear, not crack, they're also operational. My front windshield, clean, clear, not crack, has a valid sticker. And that is right there, your pretrip. You know, I like to give back. Make sure you guys study, because when I went, if you make a mistake, the trooper is gonna appreciate that you did that, because the main thing they care about is the pre-trip and your driving. The other things, they know you can hit or miss. You can make a mistake in the yard, but to not study your pre-trip and not know that is a big thing, because that's the safety issue for the whole truck. If something's broke or missing and you jump in the truck, that's what they're worried about. He complimented me on my pre-trip, so I'm giving it to you guys. Just remember, the only thing you gotta remember, if it's metal, not bent, not broken. If it's plastic or glass, clean, clear, not cracked. If it's rubber, no abrasion, bulges, or cuts. And if it's seat belt or wires, not cut or frayed. That's your wordplay. Once you see it, you know it. You just adding things to it. Shocks, not bent, not broken, not leaking, because it's leaking, okay? If you're saying the frame, not bent, not broken, no illegal welds, okay? And outside of that, you're going to usually say properly mounted or secure. But like I said, I wish you guys luck, wish you guys love, and do your thing. One love, Randy.